Garak, the charming Cardassian tailor, whose every smile seemed to hide another secret, was portrayed by Andrew Robinson. He was born on February 14, 1942, in New York City, and was 51 when he first appeared in 1993. Garak works because he turns ambiguity into art. Is he a spy, exile, liar, patriot, coward, survivor, or all of those at once? Robinson's played him with wit, danger, and melancholy, making even a casual conversation feel like a chess match. His bond with Dr. Bashir became one of DS9's most intriguing relationships, full of curiosity, manipulation, and strange affection. Through Garak, the series explored exile, torture, loyalty, shame, and the damage done by authoritarian regimes. Robinson had already made a strong impression in film as the killer in Dirty Harry, and later built a rich career in acting, directing, and teaching. He also wrote the Garak-focused novel A Stitch in Time, now treasured by fans. In 2026, he is 84, and Garak remains one of Star Trek's greatest supporting characters. Proof that sometimes the most honest man in the room is the one who admits he is lying. Rom, Quark's gentle brother whose awkwardness hid a surprisingly brave heart, was portrayed by Max Grodenchik. He was born on October 28, 1952, in Brooklyn, New York, and was 40 when Deep Space Nine began in 1993. Rom works because he quietly overturns expectations. At first, he seems like a nervous, bumbling Ferengi trapped in Quark's shadow. But over time, he becomes an engineer, a union organizer, a devoted father, a loving husband, and eventually Grand Nagus. Grodenchik played him with comic sweetness, never mocking Rom's softness, but turning it into his greatest strength. His relationship with Nog gave the Ferengi story's emotional weight, while his marriage to Leeta gave him a joyful late-series transformation. Before and after DS9, Grodenchik worked in television, film, and theater, often appearing in roles that used his timing and warmth. In 2026, he is 73, and Rom remains one of the show's kindest surprises, a character who proved that intelligence, courage, and leadership do not always arrive looking confident. Gul Dukat, the charismatic Cardassian officer whose charm made his cruelty even more disturbing, was portrayed by Mark Alaimo. He was born on May 5, 1942, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and was 50 when Deep Space Nine began in 1993. Dukat works because he refuses to see himself as a villain. He craves admiration, insists he was benevolent during the occupation of Bajor, and wraps terrible acts in self-pity and grand speeches. Alaimo played him with dangerous elegance, making Dukat seductive, arrogant, wounded, and terrifyingly convincing. His relationship with Kira, his obsession with power, and his descent into madness gave DS9 one of Star Trek's most complex antagonists. Before Dukat, Alaimo had already appeared in several Star Trek roles, helping shape the Cardassian presence even before DS9 fully explored it. His career includes decades of television work across dramas, westerns, and science fiction. In 2026, he is 83, and Gul Dukat remains unforgettable because he shows how evil often survives by telling itself a heroic story. The Cardassian Guard, one of the stern military figures who helped define the intimidating presence of Cardassian authority, was portrayed by Dennis Madalone. He was born on September 29, 1954, in New York City, and was 38 when Deep Space Nine premiered in 1993. The role works because DS9's political world needed more than leaders like Dukat or Garak. It needed the machinery of occupation to feel visible. Guards, soldiers, and enforcers gave Cardassian power a physical edge, reminding viewers that occupation was not only policy but daily pressure backed by uniforms and force. Madalone's performance added to that atmosphere, but his greater importance to Star Trek came through stunt work. Across multiple Trek series, he helped choreograph fights, falls, explosions, and moments of physical danger that made the universe feel active and risky. Stunt coordinators rarely receive the same attention as actors, yet their craft shapes the audience's belief in every battle and escape. In 2026, Madalone is 71, and his Star Trek legacy is not limited to one guard. It lives in the movement, impact, and danger behind countless scenes.